Hey, welcome to the Chair Podcast number 8. I can't believe I've done 8 of these already, but each time it seems like there's more and more BS going around. I had the number 7 one. I was talking about what was going around in the country and with all the protests and all that stuff, and it was funny. I sent it to one group who's about sports and life, and they took it off because it was too strong for them. Even though they're talking about life, even though their cover photos every time they post something, it has either Trump on it, or Black Lives Matter, or American flag, or something like that. So why don't those people, you know, persecuted too? That just didn't make sense. I guess my words are too strong for certain people. I guess that was the case, and if they don't want it, then they don't need it. But sports is politics now because there isn't any sports. So that's why I didn't understand about my video getting deleted. Um, Maybe it just goes to show there's softies out there right now that just really are scared about everything and don't need to hear everything, even though they hear about it every day. You can't hide from it all. What's going on right now? Because it's even talked about on the sports networks. So it's just stupid. I don't get it, and people know who they are, and if they're soft, they're soft, and I'm gonna be talking more about what I want to be talking about, and that's it. And I know where I'll go and try to promote things and all that, and I'll go again. I don't care. If they don't want it, they don't want it. Just go to more sophisticated people. That's all I'll do. That's fine. It's just stupidity, man. Sports is politics now. That's why I don't get the people who are putting up comments but have Trump stickers on their cover photo. Get them first before you come to me. And you even come to me first of all and say like, okay, we had to take your video down because there's just too much politics in it, and we're a sports page. Okay, sure, but sports is politics now. I've been meaning to say that to people, but I just don't want to start anything up. But maybe I have with these words that I'm saying right now that are too powerful for others to comprehend, I guess. It just didn't. Yeah, that's one thing I had to get out right away because I guess people are didn't want to hear stuff, and I'm guilty of that too. Like I can only go for so long, and then and hate what's going on right now. Oh, sure, but I'm not black, so I can't speak on having experiences with police brutality. I can't. I can't. I'm not going to tell anybody how they should think and feel. Because that'll offend someone. So I could be an ally from afar, but yeah, my skin color isn't that. So, it's going to be weird for me to talk a certain way. So I'm not going to be talking a certain way if I'm going to be criticized for it. I'll be on people's sides, but I don't want to be judged just on base or how I look. That's just total bullshit right there. So to each their own, and agree to disagree. just sissy shit. That's all. Little sissy shit. That's all that was. Anyway, let's get to podcast number 8. It's gonna be great. Probably not. I don't know. Anyway, here comes the AKAs. I'm also known as long range shooter. Catch me out at Fireside Park. How about that? I haven't been over there, but I'll tell you more about my weekend. Excuse me. The non-blonde Larry Bird. Way downtown, bang. The young John Taffer. Shut it the fuck down. Clean this fucking place out. And I believe that you can do this. AKA Cookies and Cream. Come and lick me up, girl. AKA 5-star essay. Fart in my face and I'll slash your face. AKA the Cougar Recruiter. Hide your wives and moms because I'm ready to drop some bombs. AKA the White OJ because I love white girls named Nicole. And don't talk to her because I'll lose control. The White Bill Cosby. Vanilla Pudding Pop. That's what I've got. We put 2 pills in there. You won't remember anything the next morning. Brown softballs. You know why? Because I have big balls. The White Prince, because baby I'm a star. AKA the Incredible Edible Eater and the Non-Stop Eater. AKA Total Savage. AKA Plain James. AKA Big Game James. AKA Pull Out Master to avoid a disaster. AKA the Brown Bobby Knight because I love to throw chairs. AKA California Cool. AKA Jew Boy. AKA the Quick Reader. AKA Genius of Things That Don't Matter. AKA Not PC, Can't You See? AKA Food Lover but Eating Salad Undercover. AKA One Woman Man, That's All I Can Stand. AKA Mess With Me and See. AKA I Have Spots Where. Yeah. I have spots where. Yo, for real, I'll be looking. Any hoot. So last time I came on, that was a couple of weekends ago when everything was on fire and all the rage was going on. It seemed very awkward, like we're not going to get out of it, but things have seemed to cool down. There is a lot of still marches going on, very peaceful. Things are really good. I guess that's what we're going to have to do. I mean, if we're going to continue to be who we're going to be and do what we're going to do, well, hey, we might as well continue to march and make differences. I don't know about not having police around. What if I was thinking to myself, what if your house gets robbed? What if you get robbed on the street? What if you're being chased or something by a mob and whatnot? What if a bank gets robbed? What if I'm thinking of all like the worst case scenarios, like, okay, school shootings. I know we're not in schools, but still, like the stores and the malls and all that. Are we all gonna be strapped up and just like shooting everyone that has a gun that looks suspicious? It's just, I know that's what the police do, shooting someone who looks suspicious. Particularly black people, yes, I know. Just caught myself there, but then everybody would be guilty of it. So I don't know about defunding police, but I think one thing that would help is train them better and watch their backgrounds. If they have any racist tones with them, if there's anything about them that makes you question their judgments in the heat of things. Okay, then I get it. Then, okay, you do not let them become a soldier in a way, because they might have been, with the Army, Marines, something like that, and they might feel a certain way, after the Obama administration, having them, out at war, or in the military for so long, and might have them feel some type of way about people of certain colors, and you just don't want that on the streets anymore. It's got to be done with all that, all the killings that are. First of all, you try not to kill anyone, kill and be killed, I guess, but the unnecessary ones are just the problem. And there's got to be a final solution on these things. It's got to be handled. It's got to be handled very quick. I want it to be. I just want peace. I want people to be smart, do the right stuff. Don't get caught if you're doing something bad. Don't kill, don't harm. It's as simple as that. Why can't we all just do that? Don't kill, don't harm. I'm talking about everybody. That would make more sense than anything else in the world. Don't do anything stupid. What was that one quote I keep seeing on social media? We gotta talk about social media too coming up. But what was it? Play stupid games, get stupid results, or something like that. Well, anyway, and we see that a lot with people like, trying to harm themselves, eating Tide Pods, eating stuff not supposed to, doing tricks, jumping off buildings, stupid shit like that, BMX shit, skateboard shit, whatever the case may be. Hey, don't do none of that. Be smart. Don't go licking poles and stuff like I've seen people do on subways in New York on videos. Don't do all that. Please don't do that. Especially now, with all the death going around with the virus. So, let's go in order first of all, of what I've been doing lately. Been working for sure. Just got back up north just to see my family, hang out, work out there, and it was good. Come back home in my hometown. Started out Friday. What did I do? Had a little dinner. Seen the family, some of the family. Watched some movies. Yeah, I saw the first Bad Boys. I've never seen that. I saw a little bit of Bad Boys 2, but then I fell asleep. I can't stay awake to see movies anymore, especially when I go travel. And I was so close. I was like really hoping to see it, but hopefully I'll see it sometime. Excuse me, somewhere. Bad Boys 2. It was a fun movie, man. The first one, like I said, I never seen it, and it was pretty cool. The girl's hot in that, and I knew what she looked like now, but I forgot the way she used to look. Was that Tia Leone, something like that? Yeah, I was like, wow. So that was fun. And Saturday came, met up with my boy Steve. I haven't seen him in a while. I was trying to remember last time I seen him was probably like 2016, 2017, something like that. Somewhere 5 years ago or more or less. Hung out at the mall, which was shocking to me because I didn't think the malls were open. And we just hung out, copped some shoes, like it was high school all over again, checking out stuff. Got some lunch, got some BJ's, at the restaurant, BJ's. That was pretty cool. But the thing was, that was the first time I went out to dine out or dine in somewhere. You know, inside a restaurant, and I was particularly, you know, cautious about it because I really didn't know what to expect. You know, all the seating was, you know, 6 feet apart and whatnot. You were just with your crew. If you're sitting with someone, I understood all that. It was weird though because certain waitresses and waiters, they weren't all wearing the same things, but ours was fully, you know, uh, masked up. Had like a mask, face guard, gloves. You could barely understand what she was saying because she was speaking so softly, and then the masks both do not help when you're trying to understand someone who already projects uh, low. And that was the hardest part, trying to figure out what she was saying. And it was just your basic, you know, waitress words like to drink, like to eat. You know, is that good? You want dessert? You know, all that. And but it was great. It was great to see Steve. Um, Good man, religion man. He's out there, you know, still where he is, and thank God. You know, I'll come see him more often. Hopefully, we hang out more often. I'll come through. If you hear this, Steve, uh, and then everybody else I know up there, you know, we can all get together. Well, I don't know the whole thing, but you know, I don't know how others are taking this whole virus thing where they're afraid to go out, afraid to do stuff with people. I would like to mention this was the first time I like traveled anywhere for pleasure in a while. You know, others it was work, and but it was a pleasure doing it. But it was work. But this time it was straight pleasure, and um, you know, it was all fun. We what was it on Saturday? Yeah, we went out to eat. My family, I had some family come through the mall as well, and I didn't think Steve would come would see me later, but he did. And I had a couple of my brothers there at the park, and then my other friends and Steve. Got to Todd, Renee, among others who look familiar. Anyway, we all played ball. That was pretty cool to get out and run again. Well, as much as I could run. Um, had these new J's on, but I didn't really break them in, so my feet were flaming. So I gotta remember to try them out before I put them on and do something like that. You know, hopefully they'll feel better later. You know, when I really need them. But yeah, scored some points, got some rebounds, won some games. Uh, Most of all, it was good to have camaraderie again with people that I haven't seen in a while, and no matter what their beliefs are. Um, One thing, I just wanted to get away. I wanted to get away from social media, from the fear of the virus, from all that, where it just felt like a normal day, and that's what it felt like. Like I had a mask and I took it off, you know, because it was just like, it was so hot with it on and you're trying to play. It just wouldn't make sense to have a mask but not have gloves and play basketball. It would feel weird if I did. So, I think some people were rusty. I know I was, but a lot of people had shots going up but kept missing. A lot of fouls called. A lot of stupidity was going on during the games, but yeah. Like I said, it was good to get some cardio as much as I could, and after that, hung out with the family again, brothers, our one brother, and then the fam, and saw the extended family, stepsister, great bartender, great person. I think I saw, what was that movie? Five Heads Up with Spike Lee directing it. That was pretty powerful. It was about these Vietnam vets going back there to Vietnam, and they're all African Americans, so, or four, I should say. They were meeting their or trying to find the gravesite of where their comrade was killed and buried. I think that was very powerful, and there was all this drama in it. That was very cool to see that. Not cool, I should say, but powerful to see how all that goes. And it makes you like, it makes you think, because there was this character in there. Even though he was black, he was wearing a black or no, he's wearing a Make America Great Again hat, and that was very tough to see, but he's just one of those wild ones. Remember the quotes he said, "I'm the motherfucker," and he went off and did his own thing and got killed. A lot of death in that movie. That's all I remember. A lot of death in it, and sad, but the way things were. Think about Spike Lee movies, like, he made a lot of good ones, that's for sure. A lot of good ones. A lot of long ones too. Like, you really have to, get your coffee, get your mind right. And just be notable about everything that went on for certain people. And yeah, that was a strong movie there. Uh, I was came back on Sunday. Honestly, I thought I was single again. The way things are going, I've had a strenuous long distance relationship. I think just because of everything going on and difference of opinion and others getting involved too in our thoughts and whatnot. Um, I think things are better. It felt like a weekend of rebellion, I guess. The way I went out somewhere, and I don't know if it was a good idea or not, but I wanted to break that fear moggle of doing something more than um, than just being fearful and staying home. I guess I know I still tell you to stay home, but they're opening more things, so it's like okay, I'll go. They're opening more things. That must mean that things are better. That things are getting better. You know, silly me, right? You know, I'm out there just pretty much naked, I guess to say. But I went out, did my thing, came back, and felt a little guilty. But hey, that's what I do. You know, you gotta do something. If I get the virus, fuck it, I get the virus. And hopefully it's not bad. But if it is, okay, that's good. You know, it would teach me a lesson. You know, if it's death, it's death. Uh, just play a lot of songs at my funeral. Fuck it. Find nice pictures. Speaking of the virus, Tuesday before work, I'm about to get that coronavirus test. You know, shit is real, and I'm gonna get that. I don't know how they're gonna do it though. I seen the videos where they put that swab up the nose of people and it hurts. You talk to people, they got it done like that. They also have an ear one too, so I'm hoping that you know, that'll be that'll be the one. You know, I don't experience the pain of the swabs going up the nose. You know that wouldn't be good at all. I don't think. I mean, the reality will set in once I get there and go to work, and they say, "Hey, yeah, you're ready," and then I'll go and say, "Oh fuck, here we go," you know. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but yeah, I'll be fine. Everything should be fine. You know, I'm uh, not thinking about it as much because thinking about it too much and I'll be up all night thinking about it. So I'm good. And then sports wise, I was just thinking about and saw an article about stuff and the virus going around. It's been an eventful couple of days. Starting by Sunday. Don't seem like there'll be any baseball this year. MLB. Because the way I see it, the players are losing money and the owners are losing money. And it's not worth it to come back after all this time that's been lost. Also, owners and players cannot get together on a pay rate. See, the players want what they're gonna get, you know, like normal. But the owners are saying no, we're not. We don't want to do that because it doesn't make sense. And then the players are saying, hey, open up your books and tell us, you know, how much money you have. And the owners aren't going to do that. You know, there's no force to do that, so they're not going to do that. So it's a standstill, and that's awful because that's going into next season where they don't have. I don't think they have a agreement together with the Players Association and the owners about playing next season. Yet they don't have a contract to uh, for the union to play and everybody else to agree on it for years to come. They don't have a plan right now. So the future of baseball is much in the air. I mean, really in the air. It's really bad. Heard the Yankees might have stolen some signs, but they're doing everything for that those documents not to leak. So I didn't hear any news today, but maybe you'll hear something this week. And one thing, I hope MLB learned their lesson. It might not be a good thing right now to do, but show some balls and punish the Yankees like you should have punished Boston and Houston. I don't care what it is, but if there's some type of infractions going on, don't mess up this one. Don't mess. They should have messed up not suspending someone. I mean, sure, there was managers fired with Boston and Houston, and fines, but no suspension for like the players involved. Nothing. Get this one right, MLB. You've got nothing right the last year or so. Nothing at all. Can't play right now. You have nothing else to focus on because y'all can't agree with the players to play a 50-game season. I just say, hey, put all your time with this and get it right. Yeah, show that you can do well, good for once. So we'll see what happens with that. Speaking of not having sports this year, I feel like the NBA was on track, but there's players out there for a couple of reasons that feel like the season shouldn't start up again because of political reasons and sanitarial reasons, and both are legit in a way because yeah, you have the freedom to protest and all that. They don't have to play. Dwight Howard and among others, Kyrie Irving. Those are two that I wouldn't trust though. And they've been scolded by other players on social media. So it's not like a they're not all unified on that moment. People know business and people aren't dumb. LeBron James and his group of players that he hangs out with or will talk to, they know that hey, business is business, and we can make a statement by playing. So I agree with LeBron with that, and Patrick Beverly, and Ed Davis that he mentioned. Those players can say whatever they want. Speaking of Kyrie Irving and Dwight, because they have certain money that Ed Davis and those minimum players don't have, so they can take the rest of the time off. But what about those players making the minimum or the league minimum for a vet? So it just makes sense what Ed is saying. But for Kyrie, and I think he's the vice president of the Players Association. I think Chris Paul still is the president. But Kyrie's just not looking good at this point. He is again looking like someone who is, talking out of the side of his neck. Remember, was the guy that said the world is flat. mentioned the floor at the Mecca was was bad, but it's just like any other floor. There's no points in it. There's no cracks or anything. I always remember that stupid comment he made, and he went out to have a great game against the Bucks in that game, from what I remember on that floor. So he's not that well liked, and I know playing with LeBron is toxic, and he might have learned some things from LeBron, but now he's just an idiot on his own. He's just an idiot on his own. That's all Kyrie Irving is. And his comments may make the season not happen, but there's certain players out there, and JJ Redick and others that said, about the whole bubble thing that may happen at Walt Disney World in Orlando, where it's going to be a risk to play. I mean, all people come together, trying to make sure, everyone is tested every single day, all that, even during the crisis. The one thing I don't get, my personal vision I saw of this happening. Yeah, they're in a bubble, Walt Disney World, but remember you have workers there that are coming into the bubble and leaving and going back to their homes and going out shopping and doing whatever. You're trying to make it healthy as possible, not having people outside of the bubble. And if you go outside the bubble, you're quarantined right away. What about workers that do the, change the beds, cook the food, people that work at the park, valet, whatever the case is? What about those people going out of the bubble and coming back in with the virus, supposedly? I don't think they thought that through when they came out with the idea, hey, we're going to start July 31st, and we're going to do it. Maybe they spoke too soon, and maybe the NBA does that sometimes. And as much as I love the NBA, but maybe they're out front here. It's going to cost them dearly. Now, hockey, I'm not going to stand here and say, hey, I love hockey. I don't love it. And sorry to my man, Casey and Coleman and whoever else love hockey out there. I like playoff hockey. I mean, I'll watch that. But if that was the only thing going, I don't know if I would watch. Because I know they had golf, they had NASCAR recently, and what else? I don't know if they had some tennis going, but oh no, they had some motorcycle racing. I remember watching that with Steve out in Vegas. But I don't know if it was live or not, but still, there's nobody in the crowd. For playoff hockey, I know you can do that. I know you could do that easily because everybody's wearing gloves, everybody's getting tested, everybody's wearing masks. You could play that game in an arena, nobody in it. You could do that definitely. But don't follow the same thing with the NBA where you have people leaving and coming back. If this is like at a hotel or something, don't let that happen. Be smarter than that, NHL. And I know you haven't in the past with Gary Bettman and that whole strike year 0304 and all that, but and the way he's handled certain things in the past. But it's almost like hockey is the only hope. And I say that with the news that happened today on Monday with Cowboys and Texans players testing positive for the coronavirus. And notably, Ezekiel Elliott, the running back for the Cowboys. Of course, that's huge news going into maybe a training camp happening soon. That'll shut that down right away. It's the Cowboys. It's the state of Texas, which has been open for business was one of the first ones open for business when they prematurely started to open things. Remember Arizona, Texas, and I think Florida was one of the ones that in California, Nevada. I don't know anybody else out there opening up, but maybe it's too soon. I remember, I think there was an Instagram post or something like that, but it had Ezekiel Elliott having a big party. I don't know, at his house maybe or something like that, which I imagine so. But there's people all around, no masks, pool party, total gangster party. And you see what happens. You got the virus. And I wonder if the other players were there that tested positive with the Cowboys were there too. But it goes to show you, hey, we've got a long way to go. It ain't over. This whole virus thing ain't over yet. I mean, it's just, it's not even close. It's, I'm prepared, and I'm more convinced every single day we won't have team sports in 2020. We've seen boxing, we've seen wrestling, we've seen golf, we've seen NASCAR, we've seen racing of all kinds. And sure, you could do all that. But football, basketball, baseball, for those reasons, baseball, but for their own reasons, I should say. There's just too many people around football. Because you think about, hey, you got 53 players, you got coaching staff, training staff, management, ownership, all those people together at the same time. Flying somewhere, being at the facility together. It would be a total mess to have people come in one by one, groups of 5, groups of 10, do their stuff and leave. It would take forever. To go through that hassle would be just strenuous on everybody. And I think the easiest thing would be just not having to go through that at all and just wait it out. And either delay something or not have it at all. So, it's just waiting game to see who's going to thrive and who won't. Who will be smart and who don't. That's it. Just be smart about things. If you shouldn't play, don't play. If it's a risk, don't take it. That's all it is. We've got the past. We can watch old games. I know we've been, for those out there, but that might be the best way. Just reminisce and stay safe, stay home. I know I have certain people out there saying, "Oh, we're fine," It's all just the flu. People die of the flu. More people die of the flu. I'm being told. But damn. Can't have any parties. Too many people. How you gonna have games with all those people there? Just because you're gonna test? Just doesn't make sense to me. And like I said, I'm getting convinced more and more each day. There won't be any major sports going on, and that's sad because there was a lot of hope for certain teams. My team, especially in the NBA. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of months, which are the real defining months, I think, of what will happen in the fall. Because supposedly there's supposed to be an outbreak of the virus, a second one that will be more deadly. And that could be fear mongering, that could be whatever. But you have to take it for what it's worth. You have to take it and be put on notice about it. I was mentioning this to someone, and I couldn't believe what the hell was going on. Okay, so I got people on both sides of the virus thing, where they say, hey, it's not real, it's not as bad, it's not, it's not not a bad thing at all. And I have people on the scientist side, nurses, people who really know their shit, keeping me informed and saying what I should and shouldn't do. The terrible thing I've been hearing, though, is that nurses and doctors, with their masks on, with their whole scrubs and all that on and whatnot, robes and all that, they're getting persecuted by people. And I couldn't believe that. When people... I was like, wait, what parallel universe are we in when you got people criticizing and making fun of nurses and doctors? And I don't care what side you're on, as this has all become a political thing, which is the problem. You got one side just giving grief to nurses and doctors. I just couldn't believe it when I was hearing that. There's that picture, I don't know if it was planned or not, but a nurse there, I think it was in Colorado or Utah. But you have the MAGA people in the truck, waving their flags saying, open up the businesses, and you have nurses just standing in front of the truck, arms crossed. Both that picture, both sides making a tremendous statement. And I wish it wasn't like that. And at first it wasn't. At first it was like, okay, this is a virus you have to stay home and be serious about. Then people became restless, certain people. And I'm on the fence about that too, because I'm restless as well. I think that's why I had my Defiant weekend. But the more and more good news I was hearing after a while, the more, I just said, hey, let's test it out, let's go. But you had people before, wanting to go out and whatever when it wasn't safe. It might not still be right now. Oh, sure. It might not be now safe, but because hey, with the numbers climbing up again, it's not safe now. So I'm going to quarantine a couple of weeks and then see how things are. That's all I can do, I guess. But it was just bad. I just couldn't believe what was going on when they were saying all that. When nurses and doctors, who are heroes to everybody, who will save you, who will try to help you live instead of dying, are being persecuted. That just made no sense whatsoever. It made me have less respect for certain people out there. You know who you are. And, they have a horrible job. Nurses and doctors right now, they're seeing death. They're part of the death. They're also part of the recoveries. And I know the recoveries aren't put out there. They should be more. I understand that. I don't know what I am. So I guess I'm liberal about everything, but when I see both sides and one side's being an asshole, I gotta call it out. When the other side, though, is being pompous and arrogant, then I'll call that side out. Which leads me to I think my last point, because I've been on for a while here, and 50 minutes plus. Social media has been just an asshole to me and to my mental capacity. The last couple of weeks, I've been feeling very depressed about everything. I've been hiding it, but again, I haven't put out no podcast. But I feel like with everything going on in the world, because I'm not black, I'm probably not the right person to talk to. And I got very sick and tired of people promoting what they stand for on both sides. I just want to be united. I want everybody to be equal and treated as equals. And treated fairly. That's all. I wish there wasn't marches going on. I wish there was just equality, so you don't have to march. You don't have to be out there promoting yourself every day or every weekend. Blocking traffic or looting stores or just marching. Feet must be tired, doing all that. Feet must be very tired. And I just didn't want that to continue because it's just adding on to 2020. It's just adding on to people being bored and not really out there for the right reason. I think that's the issue. Not saying you're not wrong, but you're out there for the wrong reasons. You're out there promoting yourself on social media. You're bringing someone else down who had nothing to do with it. You're bringing up history. Well, none of us had any relation with. I have people come up to me all the time and say, hey, you should give me money for reparations. I say, I'm not white. I might sound like it. I might act like it. I might, have mayo on sandwiches or whatever, but you're just assuming. There's a lot of that going on social media that's just awful. Now, there's a lot of good, but after a while, the good becomes spoiled because of others. There's a lot of people out there just talking outside of their neck, standing for one side, but won't stand for another. Like, okay, I'm Latino, so will the black people be there marching with me if something goes wrong in the Latino world? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't see it. So I'm just skeptical about everything going on in the world, social media. You're seeing so much hate with others. You're seeing so much drama. I got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And again, I'm seeing the worst of people. I am seeing the best of people, but it's very hidden. You rarely see it too. And there's some awful people on there too, who are just for themselves, or their own race, and they should be for everybody. So, all this Black Lives Matter issues, yes, you do matter. Right? Black lives do matter. But everybody else who's right, their life should matter too. It's just, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I hate what's going on in the world. I just wish again, for world peace and equality and people to treat each other right and weed out the bad ones. And there's bad ones of all kinds. You can't tell me it's just one race. It's all races. All races are racist, no doubt. No matter what you hear, that's what I'm gonna think. Because I've seen it all. I've done it all. I've heard things. I've seen things. I've been with people of all races. I love people of all races. So, you're wrong. I'm right. That's the way I see everything. And I would love to see people comment and try to prove me different. Because that's what I'm thinking in my head. That's what I know. That's what I've seen, like I said. You can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. I don't care, if I'm thinking right down the middle. I'm just thinking right down the middle for equality. I'm not thinking about, certain people. I'm thinking about everybody. That's right. That's not wrong in the world, who do the right things and not the wrong. It's as simple as that. And I cannot stress that enough. If you're right, I will roll with you. If you're wrong, I will not roll with you. I'm going to be skeptical about the people you're around. Because that could be really bad. It's as simple as that. And, trying to think of something else I would say here on the podcast number 8. But I think I covered everything I wanted to. Again, I had a great weekend. Hopefully have another great one, but stay close to home. Hopefully have another good work week, not a stressful one. Because even that now, I've been so pissed at work, and there's certain people there that that are white, and you could see the privilege with that. And I've been wanting to say something for a while, but maybe things will change and things will be better. But it's just not fair. And I'm gonna call it out if I see it this week for sure. And maybe I'll be looking for a job at the end of the week. But you still gotta give me my test results and my money. I'm gonna need my money because I'm that damn hungry. So, again, I would love to hear your comments, or not hear, but read your comments and see your replies. This is James with the chair. The chair with James. As always, you can find me on YouTube, name, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. On Instagram, I'm JamSession89. I love that. Twitter, James P. Gon. James _P_ GON. And then on Facebook, James Gonzalez with the S at the end. I don't know how much I'll be on social media, but hey, you can follow me, and maybe more dialogue from everyone will make me spring up some dialogue. There were some videos out there on Instagram that I took and put on for my Facebook and all that. And again, I had a fun weekend, and hopefully in the future we'll have more of those. I hope, but we'll see what happens with that. It's for the Chair Podcast number 8. This is James, and we'll see you next time. Later.